Hello everyone, welcome on your YouTube channel of Lalbagh Girls Inter College. This is Jyoti Singh. Class 11, we have done with the first and second part on the plant tissue, in which we are doing with the parenchymatous type of tissue. In parenchymatous type of tissue, we are seeing that they are of various kind, in which you have seen the epidermal parenchymatous tissue, then we have seen the erenchyma, and now we are going to see another types of parenchymatous type of tissue. First, we will see the chlorenchyma. So let's learn about the various kinds of parenchymatous type of tissues.
Now, we will learn about chlorenchyma. This is the another type of parenchyma tissue you have seen in the previous part, the epidermal tissue, right? Epidermal parenchyma. We are basically talking about the parenchyma, right? In the parenchyma, first you have seen the epidermal parenchyma. Now we are talking about chlorenchyma. So chlorenchyma is what? The cells which contains chloroplast. So chloroplast containing cells are called chlorenchyma. So here the word is saying chlorine, right? So chlorine means it contains chloroplast. They have palisade and spongy parenchyma. The speciality of this chlorenchymatous type of tissue is they have palisade and spongy type of parenchyma. So in this picture, children, you can see the palisade type of tissues are arranged, right, in a linear manner. This type of arrangement is called palisade type of tissue, and the second you can see this type of tissue is called spongy. So these are the two types which is found inside the chlorenchymatous type of tissues, and both the very important characteristic is what? They bear chloroplast. So this is really very important point for you. You can write in your note copy that the chlorenchymatous type of tissues are those tissues which contains chloroplast and they have palisade and spongy type of parenchyma. Now let us learn about the next type of parenchyma is erenchyma. That was chlorenchyma. Now we are talking about erenchyma. Here you can see, children, in the center is the conducting tissue. Conducting tissue is always the xylem and the phloem. It has no vessels, and outside is, here you can see the air space. This is the cross section of stem. This is a microscopic view. So the large air-filled intercellular spaces are developed mostly in aquatic plants. So air-filled intercellular spaces, we have already seen the intercellular spaces. It is the property of parenchymatous tissue. You have already learned in the previous part that the parenchyma are thin-walled. They have a large vacuoles, cytoplasm, and a small intercellular spaces, right? And here we are seeing the large air-filled intercellular spaces. That means we are talking about the intercellular spaces, and these intercellular spaces are filled with airs. That is why we are using air-filled intercellular spaces. And this is developed where? In aquatic plants. Aquatic plants are what? Water loving plants, that plants which are grow in water bodies. So in land plants, the petiole is developed. Here you can see the leaf, and when leaf is attached to a stem, the portion between is called petiole. They help in gas exchange. Now we will learn about prosenchyma. They are thick-walled cells which give mechanical strength to plants. Whenever we use the term thick-walled, there most of the time their function is giving them mechanical strength and mechanical support. So here is the another type of parenchymatous tissue is prosenchyma. So prosenchyma specialty is what? They are thick-walled cells and give mechanical strength to the plant, right? Now children, we will learn about the xylem and phloem parenchyma. right? Just recall all the points of the parenchyma or the types of parenchyma. We have seen epidermal parenchyma. I'll just show you the picture. We have started from here, right? Yeah, here you can see this was the first type, is the epidermal. First type of parenchyma is the epidermal parenchyma, right? In the epidermal parenchyma you have seen the cuticle layer also, the epidermal structures. The epidermal structures are some cellular hairs or glands bearing pores, right? Then you have seen the chlorenchymatous type of parenchyma, in which you have seen the spongy and the palisade type of parenchyma, and the speciality is they bear a chloroplast. Then you have seen the erenchyma. This is basically found in the aquatic type of plants. Then you have seen the petiole region develops between the plant leaf and the stem, which helps in the gas exchange. Now we are going to, yes, you have seen also a prosenchyma. So now we are talking about the another type of parenchyma tissue is xylem and phloem. So here you can see